afternoon, everybody. This is June 11th, Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. And I'm between appointments today. I had an earlier appointment this morning in Hopkinsville, and then I have another one that I have to go back to, so I did not go into the office today. I did not. So I'm just intermittently home between doctor's appointments. It's pretty bad when you live 30 miles away. You have one appointment in the morning, and then they couldn't reschedule the other appointment, and I have to go back again, 30 miles away again. But it is what it is. I wasn't going to spend all day in Hopkinsville. I wasn't going to have an 8 o'clock appointment and a 3 o'clock appointment and spend all day in Hopkinsville. So the blessing is I get to be home for a few minutes anyway and check in on what Steven's doing. Apparently I've missed a lot of action this morning. AJ's in here doing schoolwork. With him being homeschooling, yes, it is June 11th, and yes, schools are out, public schools are out. But AJ is homeschool, and so we make him do something every day. We try to anyway. In good faith, we try to have him do something educational every day. He doesn't get a summer break because, well, he just doesn't have the same instructional hours that they would in public school. So he's in there doing school lessons, and he's not out here filming Steven. So Steven, give me the rundown of what I have missed this morning.
Wonder why I'm doing that rag on the top? Because the light keeps coming in over the top and blinding me.
Oh, it's coming through the welder's helmet?
Yeah, it's coming over the top.
So, walk me through, or tell me, since we missed it, and it's not on video, we missed it. Tell us what all has been happening today. I see you have your welder out.
I'm trying to make this weld work. I beat out both sides. On that other side over there, I beat out the outsides and then tried to beat it out when it was together. That was dumb. So on this side, I made sure I V'd both sides before I put it up there. So you're wondering what V's are?
Oh.
There you'll see the V-shaped grind. So let me see. See, that's how it's V'd out. It's not V'd out a lot, but I V'd out more on the outside. So that's what I mean by V out. So I V'd it out. So what you do is you have a thick piece of metal and you V it out. And that way when you weld towards the center of the metal, because this isn't strong enough to weld all the way through. So that way you're penetrating the center of the metal, and then you work your way out. And you do the same thing on both sides. Therefore you're penetrating all the way to the middle and working your way out, making a better bond. So if I didn't V it out and I welded, it would just weld the outside surface and it wouldn't get down inside the middle of the metal. So this way I'm getting down to the middle of the metal. As you can see, it's V'd out on that side too. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Getting these rams back on here because they are heavy dudes, and I don't want to be moving them around. And I got a guy that was talking to me on Facebook about going out to his property for 2 or 3 days and working, and I told him to call me, and I haven't heard anything from him since. So I guess he chickened out. So that'd be two people in a row that chickened out. You know, that's funny. I tell them to call me and then they chicken out.
Oh, they're willing to talk to you on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, once I tell them to call me, then it's all chicken out stuff.
They just don't want to talk to you verbally.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So when,
I mean, you know, I started off with messaging, but once it sounds like a serious thing, then I want it to go from messaging to, hey, you give me a call. From there, you know, we get a verbal contract. And then when we get there, we get a visual contract. So, you know, that's how I've always played. And that's the way I always will play. And so I don't even like the message part, but that's just the way you got to get your jobs. So
You look really nice in that apron. Tell me about that apron.
I look really nice in that there apron. Hinty, hinty, hint.
Well, my dad has been deceased for 10 years. My dad
Richie
has.
said, well, I never saw that before. I said, well, your mom and dad gave me that to me for Christmas many, many years ago, that and them gloves. And they have never been taken out of the package until today.
Oh, really?
So I got tired. If you see, there's burn holes in those gloves. I got tired of being burnt up. Art Bolt and Sylvia Bolt gave me, and for Christmas one year, and I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. And I remember Art saying, well, a man like you will use them someday.
Well, it's been over 10. Well, Dad's been gone for 10 years. Is that real leather? It's leather, isn't it?
Yeah, pancake leather.
Pancake leather. What do you mean by that? Oh, Dad's been gone for over 10 years, so it had to have been at least 11 years that they gave that to. It was like a welding set, the apron and you've never used them?
No, I just took it out of the package. You want to see the package?
Yeah, let's see the packaging.
Let's see the package. I don't even know if I still. There it is, right there.
Well, you must have known where it was at.
Well, yeah, I knew where it was at. It's right there with my thousands of gloves.
Oh, you had that with all your gloves? You had, oh. So is that like a flame?
It says made in Pakistan. It doesn't have a date on it.
Made in Pakistan.
2016, I think it is.
Well, Dad died in 14. Oh, that's just a serial number. Flame retardant.
Usually
cotton.
you can read the year on the serial number.
Well, you look like a silversmith with that on.
A silversmither.
So tell me, when you bought this trailer,
Watch out for that spider's gonna land on your head.
when you bought this trailer 2 weeks ago, the man that you bought it from.
I wanted to get any work around here with Ruthie B. rattling her lips.
I've been gone for several hours. I haven't been rattling my lips. I've been gone for several hours, and I have failed to get content.
Oh.
So when you bought
Watch out,
this,
ladies and gentlemen.
when you bought
Richard's
this,
gonna get me.
why would he have cut the? He's the one that cut the ramps off. Why would he have cut the ramps off?
I told you, and let me tell you again. He said when it was empty that they were so heavy that it would make the front of the trailer real light.
Oh.
So he cut them off.
But now you
And I
have.
wasn't going to put them back on, but it turns out that I need them. So I'm putting them on. And I'm trying to do a decent weld so they'll never come off.
Wonder what he cut them off with. How would you even cut them off?
With a cutter, like I just cut V's in it.
And a big industrial cutter. Oh, and in case you've never seen the other video, Steven's name is not Dale. Somebody had made the comment that they had seen Dale on the coveralls.
I am Farmer in the Dale.
Are you Farmer in the Dale? No, these are cut. These and you've never worked at King's Livestock in Hopkinsville, Kentucky either. That's what you call secondhand shopping. When you go and you find coveralls, secondhand shopping coveralls. So Adele from King's Livestock in Hopkinsville had that. Well,
that's pretty swell.
Well, Dale, swell. That's funny, Steven. I have to go have my teeth cleaned at the dentist. I'm fixing to go do that. Are you gonna, while you have this up, you're gonna obviously replace the wood in here, right?
I didn't worry about that wood.
Well,
That wood does not keep me from loading and unloading.
really?
Yeah, wheeling.
So not having a piece of wood there is not going to be detrimental in getting that track loader?
If it had tires, yeah, but because it's got tracks.
Oh! Check it out! Check it out! Come here! I learned something about this machine. Come look at it. The mystery has been solved. I stopped by Todd Moore's at Sign Pro in Hopkinsville. I stopped by Todd Moore to see if he could make us something, graphics for our beaver. And I was telling him about how we discovered that A skid steer with tracks is called a track loader. And you know what he pointed out to me?
What?
Todd, this is for you. I felt so ignorant. He looked at the pictures in the video.
He said TL.
TL.
Track loader.
Yes, he said TL. He said, isn't that a T and an L? Track loader. Did you know that?
No, I didn't put two and two together, but it makes sense.
Yeah, so I was asking him, now this is our man at Sign Pro who made our decals. I was asking him if he could come up with something for Big Belly Beaver. And I said,
So
well,
most of you, the last time you saw a video, this thing didn't run. Well, it runs now. And they didn't get me my filter this morning, so I put, it's the third filter in line, so the one that actually gets to the injectors. I put that one back on because they can't seem to get me my filter, so, but I ran it. Runs real good. The air conditioner's not blowing cold. I think there's a fan on, it's inside here on the other side. I think I might take that all apart and clean it. Everything seems to be functioning, but that just down in here. Guess I can cut a hole right here. Yeah. Give me access to it.
are you just saying that, or would you actually do that?
Why wouldn't I do it?
Well, I mean, that's...
It's going to be kind of hard for me to reach my arm all the way down here to get to it.
Yeah. But Steven, Todd is the one that pointed that out to me, that it had TL on the side of it.
How about that?
And he said, well, didn't you wonder what the TL stood for?
Nah, never dawned on me. Thought it was tough luck.
Tough luck? The TL was tough luck?
Yep.
So I said, well, we've been calling it a skid steer, but it's a skid steer on tracks, which they call that a track loader. So TL.
Don't get electrocuted. Stay on that welder.
Tough luck. Well, so you're saying that if you had wheels and it was actually a
school stool?
a skid steer,
If it
then
was actually a school stool?
you would not be able to have that wood like that.
Yeah, then it would make a difference. But because it's got tracks, it ain't gonna make any difference.
Well, what about this? You're gonna need to replace this. This looks awfully shabby.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get another trailer before I go through replacing all that.
Well, it held up to get it home. I don't know how, but it held up to get it home.
Because that's not what's holding it up. The bars that are underneath that those bolts go through are what's actually holding it up.
Okay. Yeah, because the wood's not, that's for sure.
If you were counting on wood to hold up a 17,000 pound track loader, you might want to go get an aptitude test.
Well, I need to wrap it up, I guess. I need to head on to town and go get my pearly whites cleaned up a little bit from the dentist. Oh, did you hear it? Did you see that comment that Mr. RC made about you being a skid steer dentist? He said you look like a really great dentist, but he wouldn't want to make an appointment anytime soon. He said he trusts you to be a skid steer dentist, but he doesn't want to make an appointment.
Yeah. Well, once these ramps are done, the next thing in line is to make a skid for the mulcher. The skate for the mulcher.
There's a dog riding on that.
He got his eyeballs over here. So I bet there's some metal over there for me now.
Oh yeah, that is
You
Aaron.
gotta be collecting up.
Bet you had
metal.
some
I
that
need to
is
go to work,
Aaron.
and you sitting there taking up all my day, and talking to the neighbors and stuff.
The man that was going down the road there, he'd like to have his hands on all these old teeth. He's a Mennonite man that likes to collect
I'd like
scraps.
to choose a couple of teeth out of there for emergencies.
Okay. But yeah,
Before I can just give them away.
his dog rides with him. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna head off to town, and I'm sure I'm gonna miss a lot of content. I'm sure.
Is that a fire truck?
No.
That's a lawnmower truck. County lawnmower.
All right. I love you, Stephen. Although you do seem a little bit snappy with me today.
Yeah, well, I'm right in the middle of work.
Well, I'm trying to let everybody know what's going on, since I can't be here to film.
Now they know. Welding.
That's the bad thing when I can't get all your content. That's a bad thing. So.
Need to take a break and go get some power steering. Not power steering, but hydraulic fluid.
All right, Stephen. I love you. I'll come back with some pretty white teeth.
All right, love you too, with me.
Very, very.
Use my sonic whitener to whiten up your teeth.
Oh, you have one very powerful toothbrush. I like manually brushing.
Oh, yeah. Make your teeth rattle right out of your head.
Stephen has a supersonic electronic toothbrush. I don't care for that. I like to manually brush my teeth. So, all right, I love you.
Okay, Manuel. Love you too. Manuelette. Get in the finger, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Don't forget to ring that bell. God bless you later.